doing the samba. Hi there, how are you? It's Tuesday, May 12th. My name is Taylor Morgan, and you're watching Taste Local. And today is day 735. It's actually, you know what it is? It's actually day 2 of Palm Beach County has opened up, and it is day 8 of the Treasure Coast has now opened up for dine-in. And it's very exciting, but it's a very weird time too. This is a show all about the restaurant industry and the restaurant chefs, and we have an amazing show coming up for you today. But while people are getting on, we're just going to talk about what happened yesterday. Overwhelmingly on the Socially Distanced Supper Club page, the North Palm Beach chapter, Crystal put up a poll, and it was, do you feel safe? What are your plans now that Palm Beach County restaurants are open? What are you going to do? Are you going to continue doing curbside and takeout or delivery? Are you going to be running out to a restaurant? Are you not sure? And so on and so forth. And overwhelmingly, like more than 2 to 1, it was people are definitely going to be continuing to do curbside and takeout. And about half of that was all set and ready to go out to a restaurant. A lot of the people also said that they would prefer to be dining in an outdoor situation. So that's what a lot of our restaurateurs are doing, because they can only open at 25% indoors. But if they have an outdoor patio, or a lot of parking lots now, the owners of the plazas are allowing tables to be put out in the parking lots under tents, so they can make some money. As long as the tables are 6 feet away, then it's okay to do that. Pelican Cafe opened yesterday for dine-in. They have a beautiful patio area, but they also have the dining rooms open, and of course at 25% capacity. They're also continuing to do their curbside pickup and delivery, free home delivery. Sweet Tomatoes. Did you hear about Sweet Tomatoes? One of the casualties. All of the Sweet Tomatoes restaurants nationwide will be closing, and that's because it's a buffet. Buffets are going to be a no-no going forward. Not a no-no, but who's going to want to go? So that's unfortunate, and it's sad when any restaurant closes, whether it's a chain or a local restaurant. So we'll say bye-bye to Sweet Tomatoes on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. Juno Beach Cafe is open again with their patio dining. And yesterday, I didn't go out. I was kind of busy just getting this show ready because there's so many great guests that I want to get to. But I asked some people on my Facebook page to send me pictures if they had gone out at what was happening at the restaurants they went out to. And Ruby's got a bunch of those pictures. We're going to put them up now. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Jim Caruso in New York City. Jeff is over on the west coast of Florida. Jill's right here in Palm Beach County. Ruby's going to throw up some pictures. And okay, so this one was at a restaurant in South Palm Beach. This was sent in by Stacy. This was, look at the social distancing there. That's called al fresco. They were doing it right, and people were in masks. All right, so this is on Lake Avenue, and thank you, Chef Joseph Angelucci, for sending this in. This was on Lake Avenue, and it actually kind of looks just like a normal day. No one's wearing masks. They're kind of, looks like 2 tables are kind of seated next to each other, but okay. Aaron Wormus, a guy on Clematis, he sent in this picture. I don't know who that hot guy with the no shirt on being interviewed is, but Clematis Street looked like it was kind of getting back to normal. And Barry O'Brien sent this in. Isn't that beautiful, Tiki? This is outside E.R. Bradley's. So the tables are few and far between. This is the beautiful gazebo in Tequesta at Evo. Look how far those tables are apart. Chef Eric Peterson knows what he's doing, and he even did this. Hand sanitizer on every single table. This is at Evo. Look at the walls. He's even got like social distancing. Oh no, that's always there. Sorry. But Evo's in Tequesta. Chef Eric knows what he's doing. Look at that hand sanitizer in case you couldn't find any. So, oh, this is Hurricane Grill and Wings in Wellington. Thank you, Michaela, for sending that in. And this is also on Lake Avenue. Look, okay, this is in Lake Worth. Does it not look like, look at it in the background. People just walking around, no masks, no nothing. It looks like a regular Saturday. Doesn't look like the Monday coming out of a freaking pandemic. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Oh, and these are the pizza girls. There's Phoebe right in front. They decided not to open the restaurant indoors, but they're having a tailgate party outdoors. So and this is their tailgate party as well. People are all separated. They're eating pizza out in the parking lot at their PGA location. Jim Caruso says, wow, those people really have to risk their lives for food. Infuriating. Yeah, I don't know what to say. What do you guys think? Especially, I think most of the restaurants are doing it correctly. And because, you know, it's like we've been in timeout. We've been in timeout for 53 days. And now we're ready to get back to normalcy. And the whole wide world goes nuts. Well, guess what? If we go nuts, we're going to be sent to timeout again. So I don't know why people aren't wearing masks. I don't know if they think it's a big hoax, but you know what? I don't want to get sick. And I'd love to know your opinion if you want to put it in the comments. In the meantime, while we're getting some comments ready and stuff like that, I will tell you who my guests are today. Actually, we can't find Matthew. If anybody knows where Matthew Moore is, please have him contact us. Matthew Moore is the owner at Checkers Old Munchin in Pompano. They're not open yet for dine-in, but they have been doing curbside and pickup. I mean, curbside and delivery. And he was supposed to be. He wasn't at the sound. He wasn't at the dress rehearsal. Can't find him. Don't know where he is. Off drinking German beer somewhere. But we do still have a star-studded lineup. We've got Chef Zach Bell and his lovely and talented wife, pastry chef Jennifer Reed. We've got Chef George Patti and his partner, who is a sommelier. They got together. His name is Thomas Smith. They're down in Isla Mirada at their restaurant, M.E.A.T, Eatery, and Taproom. We're going to talk to them in a little bit. And anybody else, before I go to my first guest, anybody freaking out about dining out? Jill, what do you think? Are you freaking out yet? Jim says they have no idea what's going on. Okay, Jim lives in New York City. He hears sirens and ambulances every 5 minutes. And they are not opening in New York City anytime soon. You know what? It's always like a big party here, especially in South Florida. I heard on the western side of the state that they opened the beaches and people weren't responsible, and then they closed the beaches again. So who knows what's going to happen here? But just be smart. You know, wear your mask. Don't be. There's a couple of bars. There's a couple of restaurants actually. Now restaurants, let me tell you, restaurants who have bar seating, the bars aren't supposed to have seats. They are supposed to take the seats away. That's what they're doing up in the Treasure Coast. But there was a restaurant in Palm Beach Gardens. I heard that they had full seats yesterday at 5 o'clock. And also in Lake Worth at Brogues, apparently the sheriff came in and said, we're not going to adhere to that, or we've lifted that, and they were allowing people to sit at the bar at Brogues in Lake Worth, and that's why Lake Worth looked like nothing ever even happened. It was just kind of a big party. There was people at IGOT's and Lilo's. I'm just going to sit here and have food delivered. My name is Taylor Morgan. This is Tayste Local, and let's get to our first guest right now. If you want to chime in at any time, please do. We'd love to add you to the mix. That's why we do this live, because you're as much of a part of the show as the chefs are. But my first guest so excited to have this gentleman on. He opened his exquisite restaurant in Palm Beach Gardens in 1986, along with his wife, Gigi. And this was years before PGA Boulevard had any malls or commons or malls or malls. I mean, definitely way ahead of the game. It was a time when gentlemen wore jackets and ties and women dressed to the nines. People dressed to go out for a nice meal. Along the way, he also opened the very popular No Anchovies for a more family-friendly approach to his Italian cuisine, as well as Off the Vine on PGA. Love that place. Now in its 34th year, Cafe Chardonnay has been nominated for more Dorona and Wine Spectator awards than I have fingers. And it is my great pleasure to welcome Chef Frank Eucalitto. Chef, thank you so much
Taylor.
for the time. How are you?
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Before I show the audience the beautiful surprise that you made for me, how does it feel? It's day 2 where you can actually have dine-in. What is happening? I mean, you guys pivoted and went to the curbside and delivery. Are you doing delivery through?
We're doing delivery just through the delivery dudes.
Okay.
Most of it is curbside.
Most of it's curbside. Yeah.
So we're still doing that. We haven't opened the restaurant yet.
Everybody wants to know when.
Tables outside. So we're probably next week. We had some plans for this summer to do some upgrades in the restaurant, some new equipment, new flooring and things, and new ceiling. So we just decided to do it now instead of waiting for summer and doing it then. So we just finishing up this week, and then we'll open midweek probably next week.
A lot of restaurants
still doing takeout.
A lot of restaurant owners have told me the same thing. It's like he said, when people go back to restaurants, they're going to be in the cleanest restaurants they've ever been in, because everybody's taking time that you never find time to do, right?
Yeah, well, we're replacing, adding a new floor and new ceilings. It's just we were doing nights and the early morning, so this makes it easier that we can just actually do it. Now we have a longer window because we're only open for 4 hours. So
now you've been in business more than some people have been alive,
Right, I know you're dating me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
but you've withstood all of the competition that's come in on PGA Boulevard, and you're still uber successful and relevant. And what was going through your mind on March 20th when you realized that the mandate was that you had to close after your blood, sweat, and tears since 1986? Mm-hmm. What was going through your head?
It was pretty scary because we knew it would end, but it was right in the middle of our season, and we're having a great season, the best we've had.
Wow!
And everybody was out of work, and so for our staff, we kept as many as we could. We're doing the takeout, and fortunately, our takeout has been stronger than I expected. I didn't know, how the takeout curbside was going to do.
Sick of cooking.
Yeah, and we brought back some of our old No Anchovy specialties that you can buy, order online or call us and pick those up too. So it gave another reason to order from us, because it wasn't just our fine dining. We have home cooked casual Italian, the recipes we used to cook then. We sold it in 2001. And people have been asking me still, when are we going to open again? So I thought, well, let's just bring the food back, at least for now.
Right.
It's been almost 20 years.
I was reading an article from 2017 by Jan Norris in Florida Weekly, and you mentioned that everybody still asks you, can't you bring back No Anchovies? And you're like, I thought about it. That was 3 years ago. And this year, you did it out of pivot.
Right.
And
I was trying to do that out of our kitchen here, but we were too busy to do delivery and takeout. So now with less seats, we'll continue it, and then we'll see what happens. But we're still going to continue the curbside after we reopen, because I think we're going to be at 25% for a few weeks, and then 50% probably for a month, maybe longer. I don't know.
And a lot of people just aren't ready yet. They're still not ready.
Yeah, and fortunately it's summer, so with 50% capacity, that's probably what we would do in business anyway for the summer. So if we can get people to come back for that, that's great. But we won't need the full restaurant until October. So hopefully by then we'll be a little farther ahead of this virus than we are now. So
how much has the social distance supper club affected your ability to just kill it and crush it with curbside delivery?
It was great. We've done 2 so far. We have another coming up tomorrow. So first one we did with Chardonnay, and we did great. I think we did 50 or 60 orders, but then the next week we did no HO. We did 120 or something.
Wow.
Entrees. It was great, and it's nice people, and Crystal does a great job. And I've known Crystal since she was in school with our kids. She's a couple years older than our oldest, but her husband, friends with her husband and the family, and so known her for a long time. She does a great job.
Well, as you mentioned, tomorrow is your day on Socially Distant Supper Club. What does that mean for people who don't know? There's Socially Distant Supper Club chapters like all over South Florida now. You guys are in the North Palm Beach County chapter, and I've got your menu right here. So how it works is you order from Cafe Chardonnay today, and then you pick it up tomorrow sometime between 4 and 8 p.m. And your prefix menu is unbelievably priced. I mean, for Cafe Chardonnay,
yes,
you got a 3-course dinner for $30 per person. That's insane. For Cafe Chardonnay. Wow. Did I lose him? I think is he frozen? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. Oh, there he is. I have food cam, Frank, and one of the dishes that's
You're
on.
back. Now we're going
There
back.
you go. One of the dishes that's you've got the 3-course, $30 per person menu. You've got the first course is choice of blue crab and sweet corn bisque, or what I have in front of me right now. Let's see if we can put food cam on. Hang on. Wait, can you see it? Can you guys see it? Can we bring that up, Ruby? This is the wild. Oh, wait. There we go. Hold on. I have to. Oh, okay. Getting used. This is the wild mushroom strudel, which is on the menu tomorrow. I mean, for tonight's Socially Distant Supper Club. This is one of my favorite things ever, Frank. And
that's one of our originals. It's been on the menu for like 30 years.
And the sauce, I tasted a little bit of, there's a little bit of truffle oil in there, right?
Yep. Yes, and Fontina cheese.
Oh.
A little Parmesan.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a little bite of this. You also brought, actually, you didn't bring, it was delivered by my friends at M.E.A.T. Thank you so much, Paul Michael, for taking care of that. M.E.A.T, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but they don't charge a delivery fee to the restaurants. So you might want to get in touch with them. Hold on a second. Okay, food cam number 2. Hard to do this backwards. All right. We've got okay, there we go. The ravioli. Tell me about these ravioli.
Yeah, corn. The corn's in season now, so it's a sweet corn filling with some fresh ricotta cheese and some mozzarella. And then we have onions and the sweet onions and reduced those and made a nice light sauce with that and roasted corn. Just to toss in. So it's just a fresh flavor, and it's in season now. So we thought we'd try that. It's a special that we're just trying for a couple of days, and then we'll switch it up. We'll switch it.
And you can tell just by looking at it that the pasta is homemade.
Yeah, we make it here, so it's.
And I'll do dessert in a minute, but you know what?
Okay.
I gotta do the mushroom strudel. This is a specialty. Did you bring these one time? Did you bring them to Taste of the Nation?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been. I said that was one of our first menu items, and I always want to try to change the menu, and every time I take something off, everyone's asking, why did you take that off? No matter what I think of, so the menu gets bigger instead of smaller, which is tough to do. But
this is so delicious, and that sauce. The phyllo dough is just so light and so airy,
Mhm.
just stuffed with all kinds of different mushrooms. Cremini? Am I eating cremini?
We've got cremini, we've got lobster, we've got hen of the woods, we've got some shiitakes.
Oh,
If chanterelles are not in season now, but when they're in season, we'll have chanterelles. So we just mix whatever's available.
oh my God.
Saute it with some fresh tarragon and some wine. And
This is one of the appetizers that you can pick from on the socially distanced supper club menu. First course, you can pick from blue crab and sweet corn bisque. You can't go wrong with that. The wild mushroom strudel, or an iceberg wedge salad with apple smoked bacon. And then for entrees, you've got the Key West shrimp risotto. I think we have a picture of that if Ruby can find it. The veal milanese.
there we go.
There we go. Look at those shrimp. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the Key West shrimp are so sweet. They're delicious. So that's a good dish for us.
Dive right
milanese with a fresh arugula and tomato salad, and then we do a pecan crusted pork chop and with a sweet potato gratin, and we use a Duroc pork, so it's nice and tender and flavorful. And then so that's our.
And then there's a dessert, the almond joy tart, or the key lime pie, or the chocolate flower tart. Now, you pick one from each, and it's only $30 from Cafe Chardonnay. Frank, I think you've lost your mind.
Yeah, we do. Well, in the summer we do a 3-course from $35 in the restaurant, depending on the entree, 35 to 45. We've always done that. And so for the supper club, we thought, we wanted, if we're doing a special, I always want to do it. So it's the best. We put our best food forward instead of trying to figure out how I can
save money
cost to make to make it worth $30. I would rather I want people to love the food. That's kind of the second thing in my mind is making money. I've always been like that, and it's just
that's why you're
probably not the best thing for financial success, but it's keeps people coming. I would rather have people be happy and love the food. That's the first and foremost, and love coming to the restaurant than thinking about how much money we're going to make or not make in this this time frame. So that makes me happier to do that. So I think that's part of the success. That's no matter what, we've always kept the try to keep our quality up and our service great, and we get through the hard times and people come back. So
that's the whole thing with the chef owner operators, the ones that are most passionate about pleasing the guests and keeping the quality of the food and the quality of the service and the whole experience. Those guys are the ones that have the longevity and the loyalty.
Right. Yeah,
that's why when steakhouses pop up all over the place that are owned by chains, people are loyal to you because they know the experience and they know that you're local and they know that you live here and Gigi's here and that,
Yeah, we appreciate it because everybody tries every restaurant. We do. It's just they come back. And we've had so much. I would thank all of our guests because we had so much support with the curbside for the restaurant and for the staff, and they know that the staff is working less hours, and so they're really generous with their orders and giving gratuities for the staff to keep them working. So it's been great. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And can you just talk about that? I had a friend of mine ask me about the whole tipping on to-go thing. Can you explain to the audience, even when we're not in a pandemic, about why a person should tip when they do a to-go order?
Well, I think on a to-go order, especially now with the virus, and you have to do takeout, putting it all together, and being in the restaurant to do it, they're not able to do their normal perform their normal service because they can't have interaction with the guests, but they're still putting an effort and they're here doing it. And in any time for takeout, people are kind of going out of their way to put it together. But now, especially when they can't do anything else, it's important because it's what's keeping them going.
Yeah,
and
especially now.
We can open again. Yeah.
And are you finding that your customers are being extra generous with the tipping?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean they're really tipping as if they were coming to the restaurant or more. I mean, some are even tipping more, like, because they know that the staff needs it, and they appreciate that they're here, doing this.
Yes, and they want you to, to last another 34 years. And I have to do this because I'm going nuts. I just want to show, let's show food cam for one more time, because I want to show how beautiful and big this gorgeous ravioli is. Wait, food cam. Wait. See, I can't tell with, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. No, going in my belly.
And our staff has been with us for so long. The guests know them. We've had some servers since our first year. Our pastry chef has been here since we opened. And
really?
Some of the servers since the first and second year, yes. And then other ones, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So it's got a long-term staff, so the guests know them, and they appreciate it. They want to come back and see them. So that's a testament
to you as an owner, operator, and like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, that people probably weren't aware of. With the independent restaurant owners, you guys are family. Your staff is family, and that's what it's like. And I keep pushing that. I keep pushing that because I want people to know that that's what it's like. Unlike other businesses. It's the restaurant business is a different world. It really is.
You have to love it, and you spend more time at the restaurant than you spend anywhere else, especially
double shifts.
Kitchen staff, double shifts, and yes, and it's a small place, so there's a lot of pressure, so you're really with people when they're under pressure and actually working hard and performing. So it's a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
Every day.
So you've got you're planning on reopening next week sometime. What do you want people to know about what your procedures will be? Are you going to do masks and gloves, or should they wear masks, or what are you going to do to just make them safe?
That part we're waiting on, because as far as the restaurant itself, we're going to have sanitizing stations and sanitizer available, and we're not going to preset the tables with glassware. We're going to have to go to roll-ups in our for the tables instead of presetting, and we like the look of glassware on the table and a beautiful place setting, but we know that's we just can't do that right now. And we're going to designate different staff members for different positions. So one person in the front, they'll have a couple that are taking orders. They won't be picking up or delivering food. Someone else will just be delivering food. Somebody else will be clearing. A different person will be setting. And so we're going to be kind of distancing, even trying to distance the staff in that sense. But we're waiting to see what happens in the next week or two with the masks, because it would be really tough to have a nice night out for your anniversary and their server can't communicate. And
I know.
So I know in some restaurants the servers are kind of standing back and they're not in masks, and maybe the support staff is, and they're washing their hands constantly and using sanitizer, and we're going to temperature check the staff when they come in. So if they have anybody that we've been doing that, no one's had one, but if they do, we would just not have them work. So we think that our staff would be safe. And if people feel comfortable coming out, I think they'll, in any place, if they're feeling comfortable in their health, they go out. But if you're worried about not, being healthy, that you might get sick, I think those people should consider that they should keep doing curbside for a little while. And I know I have family that's going to do that. They're not, they want to go out, but they're not going to, because they don't feel that they might have a lung problem or something. They're afraid of getting sick, and that's who should be staying home and waiting till it's a little further in. So
exactly. Mark Frangione from Pelican Cafe says,
"Oh, yeah, he's a great guy, Mark." Yeah.
So I know that Jill Maxon wants to know, is there any plans for a brick and mortar, no anchovies, or?
I don't know. A few people are asking me, so I'm going to wait and see what happens with this. Go through this season and see what happens with it. Who knows what's going to happen with the dining world, if people are going to ever, get back to the same habits. You change your habits and then you got to start new ones. So I know we may have to just get a big outdoor spot and do pizzas and beer outside or something.
And you have outdoor dining, so you're that.
Yeah, we've got some outdoor seats, and we'll space the inside. We've got real high ceilings. We're getting air filtration system. It's Remy Halo, and it kills 99.9% of any kind of microorganism, including coronaviruses.
Wow!
We're going to get those installed, and so the air can just so that I know that's been a a question for some people that the AC units might be kind of generating it. So who knows? Everybody's got a different theory, I think, of what's causing it, what's spreading it.
Yeah.
You know. We're just going to take the precautions we can and go forward.
Yeah. I need food cam again. I got my dessert here. And oh, Frank. And here's some chocolate sauce that I didn't have a chance to put on yet. But what is this?
That's our chocolate pecan pie. That's another one that's been on the menu since we've opened. That was on the menu when I opened my first restaurant. We had a place in Tequesta. They call it Cobblestone Cafe. Gigi and I opened in 82. We sold it in 88.
I love Cobblestone Cafe. Yes.
Yeah, we opened the original one. So that's where I made that. And then we carried it into Chardonnay.
And it was served warm with homemade.
Yeah, that just came out of the oven.
Oh, hold on. Now it's been sitting for a little while now, but hang on a second. And homemade whipped cream. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm in heaven. Oh my God, that's insanely good.
Great, good, thanks.
Jesus. Wait a minute, that's not on tonight's menu though.
No, it's not on that menu. We've got it here, but we only put 3 things on that menu for tonight. For tomorrow, yeah, for this social club, but we do have that.
Oh my God. I'm gonna finish that later, along with everything else. Sorry. And you've got cocktails to go too. Wine and cocktails.
Yes. Doing 40% off our wine list. And Charlie and Brian are making up some special drinks. We're putting them in pouches, and they're like juice little juice bags, but they've got alcohol in them. So
did you ever think you'd be doing adult juice bags?
No.
Chardonnay?
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
No,
and when things get back to normal again, you can enjoy, you have the finest wines, your Corona and Red Wine Spectator Awards. And you're still growing your own vegetables in your garden?
Yeah, I've got about 100 now the season's over. I've got about 100 tomato plants.
Wow.
And I've got zucchini, little baby eggplants, a lot of herbs. But now it's getting too hot. So it's the end of growing season for South Florida. So get ready for next year. It's not enough to supply us, but I like doing it. So it's fun to be able to have that many plants and bring the product into work. A lot of beans, Romano beans and things. But it's so something to do. Get up in the morning and do it before we come into work. So it's fun.
Well, congratulations for making it out the other side. Day 479,000.
Feels like
that. No, really, it's the whole pivot thing. All of the good operators knew, you can't take me down. You can't take me down, coronavirus.
Yeah.
And innovative things like especially the supper club that came along and just helped. And I just want everybody to know that you're open, and go to cafechardonnay.com to see the no anchovies menu. And again, the supper club menu is on Socially Distanced Supper Club, North Palm Beach chapter. You call in your order today, you pick it up tomorrow. Incredible pricing. And anything you'd like. I want that key question. Anything you'd like to mention before we go?
No, I just appreciate being on your show, and I think it's been great. I saw some of the past episodes, and doing a great job, and good to have you back on, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Yeah, well, when I leave, I was going to say I'll bring the dishes back, but these are my dishes. So
they're your dishes, yeah.
Great to have you on. Congratulations making it through, and I think everybody is so sick of being home. I think actually restaurant owners are going to have a better summer than they thought they would. I really do.
Yeah, I think so. I think people start coming out, and everyone's ready to to break out of this. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody again.
All right, Frank.
So,
Thank you so much, Chef, for taking this time. Good luck.
you're welcome. Thanks. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And everybody, it's cafechardonnay.com. Go find them on the socially distanced supper club for the dinner for tomorrow. And if you already have plans for dinner for tomorrow, they've got the no anchovies menu and the Cafe Chardonnay menu. And then opening up next week. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Guess what? We're running late. Someone else is new. My next guests' restaurants have the distinction of winning over 35 awards. It's one of the most awarded restaurants in all of Florida, believe it or not. In fact, they most recently took home the award for Best Burger in Palm Beach County 2020 with their Inside Out Juicy Loose Burger. With restaurants in Boca and Isla Mirada. They were even featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Yes. And the interesting thing, though, is what happens when you take a sommelier and a chef who's like really great at meat and you put them together, but they win Best Burger. So you think it's a burger joint, but it's really not. It's a place for elevated comfort food and libations, and two locations, Isla Mirada and Boca Raton. We're talking about M.E.A.T, Eatery, and Taproom, and Thomas Smith and Chef George Patti on the line, hopefully, from Isla Mirada. Hi,
What's
guys.
happening?
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, go long. No, I had food here. Wait a second. I'm hearing some squelching. Ruby, is that on our end? Wait, let me see if I can just fix that over here. Hold on a second. How's the weather where you guys are, guys?
Weather's nice down here. It's beautiful.
You're in Isla
Weather's
Mirada.
nice and
Oh, wait,
we're
hold
down
on.
the Keys right.
I just want to adjust the sound so everybody can hear you guys. We've got George on the left, Thomas on the right. You guys have had, I mean, the second you opened your doors, you had major success, except for like there was hurricanes and pandemics and stuff like that.
That happens.
Yeah.
Okay. We're struggling through it just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys pivoted and almost immediately went to the packaged meals because you knew. Wait a second, the test unmuted your mic. The host unmuted your mic. Okay. Was I muted? Am I back? Am I gone?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize I was muted. Okay. When the pandemic hit, sorry, this is live. This is what happened. When the pandemic hit, did you close Boca immediately, George?
No, I struggled through about 2 weeks of just a delivery and pickup by myself. I let staff go so they could get their unemployment, which was non-existent at the moment, still. So that didn't work out. But after going through about they still haven't gotten checks. Which is it's very frustrating. Anyway, so we went about a week and a half or so. I did it by myself, and it was okay. I mean, we started picking up a little momentum. I was doing, the prepared meals, the meal plans and all that fun stuff. We were doing stuff outside of the menu, for certain people, like 3 or 4 people, picking up 5 different, about 5 days worth of food on Mondays. So I did that for a minute. But we eventually closed. We closed about I don't know, it was a month ago.
Yeah, a little over a month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Plus the building was shutting down. It was, we have the space in the building.
Right.
So when they sent everybody home from there,
It
changed
made it really,
things.
really hard, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys are located in office buildings. So, you know, I can imagine that nobody was even working in their offices. So it didn't even make sense. But luckily, I see little people walking by. Hey, you look busy. You had the Isla Morada, which actually opened up last week for the rest of the state.
Yeah, we never shut down in the Keys.
Right.
We've been operating consistently. When everything was just curbside and delivery, we started doing our own deliveries just because there are no services in the Keys.
Yeah.
There's no Uber Eats or Grubhub or anything down here.
Wow.
And we started doing eat and serve meals to take home, family meals by the pans. I started doing online wine tastings, which took off. We're still doing 1 or 2 a week. So that's a lot of fun. We make a wine kit,
Yeah.
and we either deliver, people pick it up, and then a couple hours later, I go live on Facebook, and we taste the wines together and have some fun.
That is so brilliant, Thomas. That is see, like I was saying before, it's the innovative ones that, you know, that basically are killing it. So you're doing what people come and pick up with little small, little tiny bottles of wine?
Yeah, I'm going to grab you a box.
He's going to grab the cardboard. It's a box and a bunch of.
Is it paired with charcuterie or burgers or what?
Well, right now it's just cheeses and meats. Yes.
Okay.
Right now. But we're like when I started talking to you a couple weeks ago when I was up in Boca a few weeks ago. We're going to start doing cooking classes, and then we're going to pair it up with that. So basically, it'll be a virtual class with the wines as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. And then we'll obviously do proteins and starches and veg and everything.
So you get the wine box.
Yeah, here's one of
and it's got the, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got a sticker on the front says
See that logo?
SIP, Shelter in Place, SIP.
Love it.
Sauvignon Blanc wine tasting. And you open up the box.
Oh, he's opening a
It
box?
comes with all sorts of good.
Yeah. Oh, this is the coolest thing.
And then we've got a tasting sheet for everybody. Bag of food and
You
goodies.
see that?
So there's little snacks, cheeses, bread. And then all the wines are listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You pour them in your own glasses, and then we talk about it. We spend about an hour.
Now this could be shipped, delivered, picked up, however you want to go about it. Obviously, this is sent to somebody.
Okay. Hey, George, you told me something I was unaware of. We can't drive down to Isla Morada. Is the border police still there?
We blocked it down.
Yeah, you can't get in just yet. People that do not have a business here or don't have an address, not non-residents, you can't get in just yet. But like I said, you can we can deliver it. We can have it shipped. However you want to go about it. That's pretty much what the deal is.
A lot of the locals will swing by and pick it up.
Right, and then
we have some fun with it.
What night on Facebook do you actually do the tasting together?
We picked it up last week. We did it on Wednesday, and then we had a dinner on Saturday. This week we have it on Thursday night. We're doing a little bit different style Italian whites. So things that you think Pinot Grigio, you think of Italian whites. Well, we're doing a lot of other grapes. Some fun stuff. We'll do a tasting of 5, and they're premium wines. We don't do a lot of tastings. We give you the $10, $12. These are, retail $25, $35 bottles of wine.
This can give you a national audience. This is great that you're doing this. Are you going to continue after the whole thing is over?
And then at the end,
it's going to keep going.
At the end of the class, a lot of people are asking to buy the wines. So we order, people are buying 5, 6 cases of whatever it would be, and we're able to order it and they can pick
so we're
it up.
getting a chance to expose people to some great wines. Have some fun. You can sit at home, not worry about driving anywhere or having to get an Uber to take yourself home. So I think even after this, it's going to continue. It's going to continue to be popular.
100%.
Where's the
And it's
page?
It's on my page, Thomas Smith, a grape guy, on Facebook, and we're eventually going to move it on to YouTube, and we'll be using Zoom as a platform. And we're still working out the details. We're still learning our technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely technology issue down here.
Yeah, tell me about it. I just wanted, for anybody that's just tuning in right now, what these guys are doing, this is George, Chef George and Thomas, who own M.E.A.T, Eatery, and Taproom in Islamorada. They're in Islamorada right now. And what they've come up with is a in-home wine tasting. You can actually go pick up if you're in Islamorada, this box with it, or they'll ship it to you. And then on everybody's home doing the whole wine tasting with Thomas, who is a sommelier. Brilliant! Brilliant. I love it.
And fun.
Muted us again, Taylor.
Fun.
There you go.
That's great. So now talk about the burgers. I know we have a picture of the Juicy Moosey burger that won best burger for 2020. And I don't know if Ruby's going to know which one it is. It's the one that's cut in half, Ruby. Is that it?
There it is.
There you go. Yes, ma'am. There she is in all her glory.
Best burger from
Basically, that's
2020. Okay, you can take it off.
to
I want to eat that really bad.
burger.
Tell me
It's two burgers, basically.
It's hard to hear.
It's two patties, and in the middle of the two of them, we put our house-made pimento cheese and house-made bacon, and then you have cheddar cheese on top as well.
Oh my God!
So it's all stuffed in.
You've won so many burger awards. The burger battle several times, right?
Yeah, we've won I think 3 years in a row up there in Boca.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 years in Boca with the burger battle.
Yep.
That burger was named #1 burger in Florida, plus #1 burger in Palm Beach County 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
One burger down here. Cheese. Our regular burger, the Nancy Pants burger, I say regular, our standard burger, has won top 101 burgers in America 6 years running now.
Wow.
So there's a lot of, we've awards. Our Dr. Jellyfinger burger sent us to the World Food Championships.
We went to South Beach with that as well.
Nancy Pants, Juicy Lucy, Dr. Jellyfinger. Who makes up these names?
A nod to Fletch. Chevy Chase, I don't know if you saw that movie.
Couple glass of wine, couple glass of vodka, and then you know what happens.
Things happen.
And you know what, Thomas? I saw you on another YouTube interview last week, and I learned something, and I think that the viewers will learn. What is now your restaurant is spelled M.E.A.T, Eatery and Taproom. What does M.E.A.T stand for?
Everybody. I mean, we get that question probably 4 times a day. It's pretty funny still. 7 years later. M.E.A.T, Eatery, and Taproom.
So yeah, we named it. The reason we came up with it, we couldn't figure out a name for the restaurant, and we had another restaurant at the time called Taster's Grill and Market, and I was sitting in the office, and we were losing our minds trying to come up with a name for this restaurant that was going to open in the next couple months. And I looked up above the desk, and his cookbooks were up there. And one of the cookbooks was capital M, capital E, capital A, capital T. And I'm like, that's a cool name for a restaurant, because it's a meat eatery and it's a pub. I'm like, well, it's a tap house. It's a tap room.
Probably like 2 o'clock in the morning or 1:30 after service.
So that's, so I told George immediately, I said, I got it. I got the name. And we listed it out, and people love it. It's fun. It's quirky. It does kind of pigeonhole us a little bit, because even though we do make our own hummuses, tapenades, have you know, we were one of the first people to serve the Impossible Burger before it became, you know, in the fast food places.
Before it became impossible.
Yes, before it became
Impossible to
and
get.
we, you know, we have all these great things that we want to showcase. So kind of, the vegans and vegetarians get a little nervous when they walk in the door, but we still let them in.
I wouldn't. No kidding. Ruby, let's throw up some more. We have some more pictures of some of your food. We actually have. Oh, hello. What the hell is that?
That's Dr. Jellyfinger, and that's basically our house ground burger with an onion ring with jalapeno jack cheddar on it, the house-made bacon, and then a blueberry chipotle jam.
And a couple slices of
And a couple
bananas.
slices of banana.
Bananas? You gonna stick some peanut butter on it too?
Yeah.
I probably would. Okay, wait. Okay, hello. Really?
And that's the Cuban burger. It's got the usual suspects in a Cuban sandwich. You know, the pickles, the ham, and the pulled pork, and the mustard,
Swiss
and
cheese.
then the cheese on top of a burger.
Oh,
And we use our house-made, we do our own ketchup and mustard in-house.
Yep.
We actually started selling our ketchup on Amazon this year.
really? Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a ketchup. You see it? We gotta get it in front of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I remember when you guys,
That's available.
when you first had to close, that you were talking about the sauces and stuff that you guys sell. Yeah, that's great. And I think
It's doing well now.
I think we have an adult milkshake in the mix as well.
That's Guinness and Nutella.
So we make our own Nutella ice cream.
Nutella ice cream.
Okay, seriously.
Maybe we can.
All right, so for a lot of us, Isla Mirada might be go to Isla Mirada because there's a border police. When can we go to back?
Yeah, they closed
Gotta have
probably for
gotta be
another 2 to
arrested.
3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
unfortunately,
All right.
good and bad.
We don't have a lot of hospitals down here, so weeks out, we're all up the creek.
Is there a lot of mask wearing and stuff where you guys are?
Yes.
There you go.
100%.
Is that a mask or a gag? What? Stick them up. Oh
So-
God.
It's kind of
Yeah.
hard.
It's hard to see because of the sun. But you guys are right across the beach.
The water's like
Next trip we make down to the Keys, we're definitely stopping at Eatery and Taproom to take advantage. All right. What was I going to say? Oh, just before we go, Guy Fieri. Which,
Yes.
yeah, there is. Which restaurant would he come to, and what did he eat?
He ate the Dr. Jellyfinger. He had the pork rinds.
Wings
He had the wings,
and the
and I think it was our house-made pork beef Reuben. Yep.
Yeah, we do a Reuben as a special every month, 6 weeks, and he specifically wanted to do that.
Yeah, it's 11-day cure, 4-hour smoke, and then 4-hour in the oven. So, praise.
Oh my God!
It takes a minute, so we keep going.
And are you doing the pre-packaged meals as well during this?
Yes, yeah, we're doing that right now. So,
Out of the Isla Mirada restaurant?
out of Almirada, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Ruby, we have a
There are
picture of,
people we are to take home.
People are excited to get out of the house in general, so yeah, 100%. But they're still ordering the pickup, the eat and serves. Yeah, so, for sure, 100%.
I think we have a picture of one of the steak prepared meals that you guys were doing. There you go.
Oh, there you
Seriously.
exactly.
Oh my God, I miss meat. I'm not a great cook, so I would never buy a cut of meat and screw it up. Because I would definitely screw it up. But it's only in Isla Are you selling them online? Not yet.
No, not right now.
Okay.
I'm coming back up this weekend.
Okay.
Tom's actually coming with me, and we're trying to figure out what day we could safely, as far as staff and everything and all this fun stuff. We're waiting for maybe the 25% start up there. Obviously, it did yesterday, I think it was. I think 25% went into effect in Boca Monday. So we're going to get open here shortly, maybe next week. So,
Yeah.
and then we'll start all those meals again.
We look forward to
But we're
that.
nervous,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to keep everybody safe. And honestly, things are like weird up here, George. People are not social distancing. I don't know about the Boca area, and I don't know about Alvarado, but here it's kind of like we were just in timeout, and that was it. And now we're back in some place.
Taylor, right? Lake Worth, or
Lake Worth.
where are you at?
Oh, I'm in West Palm, but in Lake Worth, it was kind of crazy time yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna say.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's not helpful.
Oh, okay, guys. Listen, again, brilliant job, brilliant idea. You got through hurricanes, you got through a pandemic. You ain't going nowhere. You guys are years and years to come. You're going through this.
Thank you.
And once again, how can they find out about the wine tasting?
They can go on our Facebook page.
Yeah, it'll be on the meat page. It'll be on my page. It'll be on Tom's page.
Okay.
The M.E.A.T Eatery in Isla Mirada page will have the event listed in it, so you can just check it out there.
Brilliant.
And just contact us. We're having some fun. We're doing it again on Thursday. I'm just about sold out for this.
And we're gonna do a cooking class on Tuesday for kids. So that's gonna be cool too. Doing that
On
down there.
Facebook.
Socially, and then we'll
Socially distancing the kids, and then we're gonna take the parents out for drinks. That's pretty much how it's gonna work. Or we get the parents, drop the kids off, and then one of us is gonna take them out for appetizers and drinks, and then one of us will teach the class as far as cooking. It's gonna be me and Andrew, Chef Drew, my buddy.
And as a
It'll
dad,
be fun.
you know that parents need drinks every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't get enough time with my daughter, but yes, I get it. You definitely need a break.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time. Be safe.
Thank you.
I want everybody to go to the Facebook page for M.E.A.T Eatery and Taproom, or the website is it meattaproom.com? I think.
MeatEatery.com.
M.E.A.T Eatery, meateatery.com, and support local fun guys.
Yes, 100%.
Thank you.
Take care, you guys. We'll see you when we get back up to Boca, because they won't let me in Isla Mirada. Bye. Hey. All right, 3 o'clock. I've got this Cafe Chardonnay food sitting all around me. I'm going nuts because I can't eat it. And my final guest, we have we're missing Matthew from where? From Checker's Old Luncheon. We can't find him anywhere. If anybody's seen him, please contact the police or something. I don't know where he is. But my final guests, we had some really good chefs on today. And my final guests are a husband and wife culinary dream team. She is an uber talented pastry chef whose sweet creations were eaten by the rich and famous when she was the executive pastry chef at Cafe Boulud in Palm Beach. And then she went on to open her own shop, The Sugar Monkey. He was sent down by Daniel Boulud himself because he was working for him in New York. And Daniel, Chef Daniel, said, hey, I want you to go open my first restaurant outside of New York City. I want you to go to Palm Beach and open at the Brazilian Court Cafe Boulud. That's not too much pressure now, is it? But he did it, and he did it great. And he became the creme de la creme of Palm Beach Chef Society. And when he left Cafe Boulud to go to Addison Reserve Country Club, people in Palm Beach cried. And then he left Addison Reserve Country Club after about 8 years, and people from Palm Beach clapped because Clay Connolly and the partners who own Grato, Imoto, Buccan, and the Buccan Sandwich Shop scooped him back up about a year ago. He also, and this was a scoop, and I'll tell you why. He's been nominated 4 times for a James Beard Award for Best Chef South. And for those who don't know what that is, it is basically the culinary equivalent to Best Actor nomination for the Academy Awards. I'm so privileged to have Chef Zach Bell and his wonderful, talented executive pastry chef wife, Jennifer Reed, on the show right now. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. Did we lose them? I have a black screen.
Wow,
I hear something. I see nothing. Oh, boy.
Hi, Taylor. I'm popping in.
Okay. Ruby,
I can see them. I can see them perfectly. And on YouTube, there's a black screen, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's try one thing.
Let me switch over to the Facebook feed and let's see.
Hold on.
If
I'm going to remove them for 1 second.
Okay.
And then bring them back on. This is live, people.
But what they're doing right now, while we're getting that done, you can stay on, Ruby, if you want. They have started working with Clay Connolly and the Piper and Sam over at Grato. When this whole thing hit, they decided to close all their restaurants. But behind that, they were already thinking of what can we do to help the community? What can we do to help the community? And this new 501c3 was born called Buccan Provisions. And that's what we're going to talk about today, as well as the fact that Buccan, Grato, I'm not sure about Imoto, but I think so, are opening soon. And there they are! Hi, chefs. How are you?
Good.
Are you guys at Grato? Where are you right now?
We're at Grato, yep.
I'm gonna wait. Let me turn my volume up a little bit. Okay. All right.
Now, Taylor, you know what's so strange? Sorry, popping in here as the producer. Is they are still a black screen on YouTube and Facebook. I have their audio, but their video, for whatever reason, is not connecting.
Oh no. Now I have their video.
Hold on.
Did they log out and come back?
Oh, wait, I've got it. I fixed it. We're all good. I'm flying out.
Okay.
You're flying out.
Live TV, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is what it is. If we go long, we go long. If I fall off the chair, I fall off the chair. If whatever happens, happens. Anyway, it's so much a pleasure to have you aboard, and I know that I'm running really late, as I always do. But you guys are involved in something extraordinary. Before we talk about Buccan and Grato, well, hold on. Before we even talk about Buccan Provisions, Jennifer, how's your hand?
My hand is so much better since I stopped using it.
Tell everybody what happened. You actually closed down the Sugar Monkey after you released yourself because you couldn't.
Yes, I have arthritis in both hands.
Oh.
And it got so bad that I had to have hand surgery.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
So I figured that was kind of some divine intervention telling me it's time to maybe look for something a little bit different to do. So I was blessed by that intervention.
Really? So everything happens for a reason, you know?
I believe that 100%. Yes.
And I want, Ruby, if you could put up, there is a cupcake with little white circles of white chocolate thingy-doos. Okay, seriously? Okay, this is the attention to detail that Jennifer gives. Now, each one of those little things is white chocolate, is that correct?
Yeah. One chocolate.
And you hand shave those, right?
You can, but though I'll admit, those I bought.
Ah!
They're so little. So yes. But
Okay.
and like bigger ones for bigger cakes.
Okay.
Yes, we would do those,
But
but
then-
for the cupcakes, that was a machine.
There's so much meticulousness and working, when you're when you're a pastry chef, that it was just better not to do it. Did you guys meet at Cafe Balloon?
New York.
In New York, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So you were already a thing when when you opened it up.
No,
Not really.
not
No,
with
it
each
was.
other.
It was when we moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of kind of the heat and everything made us crazy. That's when we got together.
I thought it'd be a good idea.
Well, it's great that you did, and like I was saying, Zach, everything happens for a reason. When you decided to leave Cafe Balloon, actually you got courted by the owner of Madison Reserve, right? And
Right.
when you were there for what, like 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years.
Do you think that you were already a highly revered chef at that point, but do you think what you learned as being a country club chef, working with bigger, it's sort of a different type of kitchen, did that prepare you for what's going on right now with Buccan Provisions?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, doing large scale events was kind of the norm at the club, especially for, the holidays and for, just the golf events and all that kind of thing. The opening party and the closing party were just massive. And yeah, that definitely, I learned a lot of tricks of the trade for large scale production. Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about what happened on March 20th. The thing hit, or not hit. We were told no more in. And so walk me through the steps of what happened. Hold on. Then Clay got you out of, I forgot about that part. Clay and the guys brought you away from Madison Reserve. And that was huge news in the foodie community last April, a year ago. Zach Bell coming back.
Yeah, we had started talking probably in like November of the previous year, just kind of very casually. He would always kind of like give me digs, like, how long are you gonna stay at the country club? And then he started talking a little more serious, and then like, wait a second, there might be something here, and I think I learned a lot at the club. I loved it. I mean, it was an amazing experience for sure, but something was kind of like tugging at me to get back into, the restaurant scene. Something I missed about it. I missed Palm Beach, and
Palm Beach missed you.
Yeah, I just missed it. And so, I don't know, things just fell into place, and before we knew it, it was the next June, and I'm working with them. It was awesome.
And you can actually watch the whole timeline. You go to Madison Reserve, you learn what you were supposed to learn, but you didn't know you were supposed to learn it. You come back to Palm Beach, you work with Clay, the COVID happens, and then out of it is born something that you could never have predicted.
Yeah.
Which is, tell us about Buccan Provisions and how that came about.
Yeah, there's no use planning your life. It just happens. You follow it, and so the next day, I mean, even as we were kind of winding down and things started to become apparent that things were closing down, right away we started thinking, okay, what are we going to do for our staff? What can we do? How can we mobilize our efforts to produce some stuff for them?
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be hard, and at the end of the day, we were going to have to close down. we made the decision to close completely, to kind of respect the quarantine period and for everybody to kind of like reset and
Right.
with their families and take care of their, you know, their houses and keep those in order first. And then while they were doing that, we were just kind of going to the drawing board and saying, okay, how can we mobilize this, you know, the talent we have in this building over here, and, you know, kind of do what we've been doing for the past 15 years with No Kid Hungry, but on a more hyper local level, you know. And so it just started snowballing, started going down the rabbit hole of what we could do, and then just started, you know, activating everything. And, you know, by the 20th of April, we had it kind of up and running. We kind of cleared our quarantine period. We had already got our pieces in place, had our plan, and then we started reaching out to partner agencies to see, you know, who was needing food to meet their demand. And so now we have 11 partner agencies that distribute 2,000 meals a day. Right in the local area. So
basically, you took Grato, which was closed,
correct.
turned it into sort of like a commissary, if you will. Oh,
So
there you go.
they're prepping peppers right now.
wow.
So we have a couple 100 pounds of peppers for our sweet and sour chicken tomorrow.
I think, sweet and sour chicken.
Mix it up a little bit.
And then you got together. Tell me some of the agencies that you got together with. Now you're feeding hungry people there's hungry people all the time. We all know that because we've been working with No Kid Hungry for a long time on the committee, you as chair. But did you know the enormity of it? I mean,
I did, because I feel like that's one of my causes. One of my passions is income inequality, living wage, and I know how many people in this county are not being paid a living wage, and I know how many people are struggling. I know how low that poverty line is, and it is so hard for people to be able to get benefits. You know, it's not an easy for them. And so as soon as this happened, you found out exactly how many people were living so close to homelessness. And
in Palm Beach, that's what's the weird thing, you know?
In Palm Beach, but I feel like you see it when you drive around. I mean, you can, you know, within one block, you're in a neighborhood that is not like.
No, you're right.
The Palm Beach that, you know, that we think of.
Right.
And I think it's very easy here to look at the beauty, and you kind of forget about the other things because you think it's being taken care of.
It's only taken care of by the people who stand up to take care of it, and that's exactly what you guys did. An amazing effort. And so basically, you shut down Grato, you made it into a food distribution, but you actually not only distribute it, but you cook it, prep it, do everything there. And then you have trucks that come over and distribute it to agencies who hand it to. How does that work?
The agencies actually come and pick it up.
Oh, okay.
When they pick up the meals are chilled, and then they take them and they distribute them to their recipients, and then they're able to heat them whenever they would like to eat them.
Ah, and who is paying for all this?
You know, we have an amazing clientele who are very generous. You know, so we have a healthy amount of donations that have funded our operation.
And you need more, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, I think people they know that Clay and I can execute, you know, and when we put our head to something, we're going to get it done. So, you know, we said, we're going to do this. We kind of told our group, this is what we're going to do. And we reached out to our base, and, you know, they came, you know, without question came forward and helped out.
And it's Come, it's Buccan. If you could throw that up there, Ruby, buccanprovisions.com. It took me 100 years to remember how to spell Buccan. .org. Yeah. Am I the only one who doesn't know if it's 2 C's or 2 A's in Buccan? Yeah, I know. It took me a while to learn that. But that's you're almost at 501c3 status. Is that correct?
Yep.
Or
So
you're
we're
headed
filed. We have our paperwork filed. Yep. So we're just
Great.
waiting the declaration. Yep.
And so the money, is going to. So you're working with which agencies are distributing to the
So we're working
homeless and hungry?
Girls Club. We're working with Flippany. We're working with Friends of El Sol, Guatemalan Maya Center, Adopt a Family, Place of Hope, City of Lake Worth.
That's great.
St. Vincent de Paul.
Hands Together for Haitians.
Hands Together for Haitians.
So
And we've, Little Smiles has actually gotten meals from us so that they can give them to first responders.
So you guys provide the food, they pick it up, they distribute it to the needy and the hungry. And I can't, I get the chills when I think of how Palm Beach County has stepped up in the chef community and the restaurant owner community to make all this stuff happen. I'm in awe of what you guys do. I really am.
You just had a couple of our, No Kid Hungry partners on earlier, Frank and George.
Yes. Yes.
It's, something about all the chefs, our first mission is to make sure people have food, whether they're paying for it or we have to, make it for them. That's kind of in our blood, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a passion. But, it's like you guys are rock stars. You'd think that, some chefs would have egos and stuff. I don't see that in Palm Beach County at all.
Yeah, not so much.
I really don't. And especially working on No Kid Hungry, just in case you don't know what that is, No Kid Hungry is an national organization that feeds hungry children. So they, and what's going on with that right now? We were right in the middle of planning Taste of the Nation when at the end or mid-March, it was like undecided whether we were going to have the event or not. And of course, it was supposed to be April, and it was like, that's not going to happen. But so many amazing chefs come and help that event every single year. I miss it so much, Zach.
Yeah.
We'll have a major blowout for 2021. Right? But
we'll get it online. Well get it back one day.
Yeah, we will. Ruby, once again, there was a couple of pictures of them making the food in, yeah, there we go. There's your line. That's at Grato. They took the tables out at Grato and they made a line, and now they're packing up food for the hungry. Amazing. There we go.
Yeah, we got lucky with, we have a really wide open restaurant dining room, so it's a pretty easy transformation. So.
I think we have some, we rated your photo album. Let's just throw up a few more before we, okay, what is going on with the whole fried chicken thing?
Buccan, yeah.
That's the fried chicken at Buccan.
Yeah.
This is the new, there's the
meatballs.
Yeah, we have those at Grato now for the takeout, for the curbside.
With the polenta.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there's your, your German chocolate cupcakes.
Take a good long look at that.
And that's you too.
Apple tart.
Using your wrists, which you can't do. There we go. There's you and Clay. That's a great picture. And who's that?
Oh, wow.
Who's that handsome devil on the left with Daniel Balloon?
It's like 9 years ago.
Oh, I have the hottest chef's calendar somewhere here. I don't know where it is. Zach was one of our hottest chefs in 2011, made the calendar and everything. It was great. Oh, so much fun. Something else. So Grato, Buccan, and Imoto are reopening now, and the sandwich
They're
shop.
open,
on.
So all the Palm Beach restaurants are open for curbside. We actually had a Moto last night for the first time in a long time.
Wow.
Definitely welcome. So they're open curbside and doing very well. And Grato is open curbside as well, 4 to 8 during the week, and then 12 to 8 during the weekends.
Okay.
And we're looking to partner with Civil Society Brewing at the end of the street to do a pizza and beer garden. So that should be
Great idea.
So
Right on the street or
we're
where?
working on options, ma'am.
Where?
Over at the end of the street, Canuga.
Okay, cool. Oh,
By the Civil Society Brewing Company, yeah.
what a great idea.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. So
So
give us a preview on that.
what about dine in? I mean, Palm Beach County's open. Are you just gonna wait?
So we're committed to the Buccan provisions right now through the summer. You know, all these agencies are going to need a lot of help.
Yes.
So we're full blast with this, and we're going to continue with just the curbside and the pizza garden for Grato right now.
Wow.
Amazing is that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure a lot of people are disappointed that they won't be able to come in, but they can at least take it home and know that you're doing
They can
something
take it home.
novel.
You know,
Or take it to the end of the street.
or the end. You know, we'll have.
On the other street, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know, it's for the greater good. So
It's totally for the greater good.
the way
And
we're looking at it.
Clay was in the middle of opening a restaurant in Miami, and then what's
Right.
going on with that?
You know,
All
obviously
on
things got a little stalled, so we really don't have any news right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like
It's still chugging along.
like I was saying to Frank Eucalitto, you know, it's you guys who have, you know, the owner operators that have the heart, that, you know, have the passion, that have the drive. It's not just about making money, it's about serving the public. That's what you guys do. You're in this to serve, literally and figuratively, the public.
Yeah.
And you guys, both of you make Palm Beach County a better place than buy stuff. You do.
And our, you know,
And
hearts would love to see this continue, you know, in perpetuity. So
Yeah. Because the need, we know the need's not going away.
no, and it's especially heavy right now. And if anybody would like to make a donation, buccanprovisions.org. You can make a donation
Correct.
there, help keep this effort going, because these guys are putting in their time and their building and their staff. It needs to be funded to keep it, you know, something like this going for the good of the community. And there's a lot of people showing their wonderful stars or their graciousness these days. Well, some of us haven't had a paycheck in 53 days. But anyway, just kidding. Well, you guys are just killing it. You're terrific. And I have a question for you, Zach.
yes,
James Beard Awards for this year. 3 people in New Orleans and nobody from South Florida. What are you, slacking?
I tell you what, man. I don't know about that. They love their New Orleans.
Gotta get on your game. You, Lindsay, Clay, come on.
We'll have a chat with them later.
So then there will be 3 from South Florida the coming year,
Hopefully.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. 5th time's a charm, right?
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm not. Yeah, I think Clay's the one that's next.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His
For
brain doesn't
people
stop.
who-
I've never, even more than Danielle. I mean, his brain just keeps chugging away, and it's amazing.
Wow. For people who don't know, the James Beard Awards is basically like the Academy Awards for chefs. And they do it every year up in New York.
And I'm Susan Lucci.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say that line and I didn't because I didn't know if you would be offended. But she was like 18 times. All right. Anything else you want to add, you guys, before I let you go? Because I know we're really going long and you have a big day and a lot of people to serve.
Yeah, we got pack out starting here in about half an hour. So our waiters are actually our packing team. So they roll in about 4 o'clock and then do the packing for us and set up the truck for the next day. So we have everybody kind of back in action. So
Yeah.
we're off to work.
You made it
Thank
through.
you very much for having us, Taylor.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for what the work you guys are doing for the community, and like I said, we're very, very, very fortunate to have the two of you here, and Clay and the whole Buccan team. I mean, the whole Ember Restaurant Group team. The selflessness is just beyond me. It's just a beautiful thing. So
Thank you. Thank you.
we'll see you at No Kid Hungry meeting, whenever the hell that is.
I'm sure it'll be a Zoom.
But again, if anybody would like to make a donation, it's buccanprovisions.org. You can read all about the efforts, and you actually have a Facebook page and also an Instagram page for this nonprofit effort. Keep it up. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chef Zach Bell, Chef Jennifer Reed. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, another long show, but I hope you got some enjoyment out of it. I lost something. I don't know. It's live. We just take it as it is. As soon as they open the keys, I'll be down to visit them. Oh, that's Denise talking to Chef George and Thomas down at M.E.A.T, Eatery and Taproom. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me this afternoon. My name is Taylor Morgan. I'm doing this out of my second bedroom on day 735 of lockdown. People are going nuts. They want to get out of the house. They're going out. I'll tell you, just be safe. We want everybody around, and we don't know what's going to happen, if there's going to be a second wave or something like that. So don't go mental. Keep supporting the local restaurants with curbside pickup and delivery. And we want to remind you, if you're in the North Palm Beach County area and you're looking for a delivery company that does not hurt the restaurants, talked about this a lot last week, that delivery companies take up to 36% from restaurant owners, and it's way too much, and it hurts them. So there's a company called M.E.A.T, and that means freedom, MyLiberta.com. They don't charge the restaurants anything. And they delivered my delicious lunch from Cafe Chardonnay today. And I want to thank them very much for that. But if you're in North County, call look up MyLiberta.com, find them on Facebook, and that's the way for you guys to order delivery. Thursday, we've got Kenny Gibbs from Firefin and Palm Beach Gardens, who is opening up this week. And we'll find out about the new Twisted Tuna in Jupiter, multi-million-dollar build out not on hold, still coming, but they were supposed to open like in March. Of course, that didn't happen because everything closed. Von Dugan of Kapow and in West Palm Beach and Boca, and the Subculture Restaurant Group. They're doing some amazing things as well. Allison Lawler from Bobby Rubino's in Stewart, and I hear that we have a surprise musical guest. And I'm excited about that. I love surprises, especially the day before my birthday. Wink, wink. That's it for me. I'm Taylor Morgan. Thank you so much for spending the time. And remember, until we eat again, stay safe, stay healthy, and support local.